Hey, what's up? We're 3 Days Grace. I'm Neil. I play drums.
Hey, what's up? I'm Brad. I play bass.
I'm Adam. I'm the lead singer, guitar player at 3 Days Grace.
I'm Barry Stock. I play guitar in 3 Days Grace.
3 Days Grace just represents a sense of urgency. If you had a certain amount of time to make a change, in your life, would you be able to do that? Would you be up for the challenge? That's kind of what we write about a lot is realizing that there's something in your life that can't be there anymore for various reasons, and taking action to change that.
When we first started as a group, we had this sort of consistent theme about the way we wrote songs, and the music that we wrote was really we wrote about issues and just feeling down and depressed.
I think a lot of people can relate to that notion, and it's a true thing that we write about. We always have written about that. A lot of people say that maybe our music is negative a lot, which may be true, but I think there is a hopeful nature in there too. I think we write about negative things because we treat music as an outlet. So 3 Days Grace is kind of a representation of that, of our whole writing style.
3 Days Grace for us sort of stood for a 3 days grace period. It's actually a business term for, to pay off a debt. 3 Days Grace sort of stood for 3 days to maybe change your life. It just stands for a sense of urgency.
Basically, the record was written a lot about just, isolation and feeling like you're the only one, being able to relate to a problem. And it's really personal lyrically, and we just really identified, the concept of how many people, I think, feel like that, where nobody can truly relate. And basically, I think a lot of the songs reflect that, but also a lot of the songs, I think, explore the notion that people that feel like they're the only one can actually come together, with other people that have things in common and be powerful.
The last 2 years, the last 3 years for us anyway, have been, especially for me, I felt like it's been a very trying time. We've been through a heck of a lot, just in our personal lives, not even necessarily with the group. I think this record for us is a way of saying that we're not, you're not alone, or everybody goes through certain things in their life. Everybody, no matter how great their life is, and it's just a way of recognizing that, I think. Over the last few years, we've naturally evolved, especially in songwriting. Everybody in the band sort of influenced by different people and different bands and different artists. So for this record, we definitely wanted to try something a bit different. I mean, we're still generally, the same style of music, and we're still, we still like really heavy guitars and great melodies and stuff.
We try to really match up the music to lyrics. If it's a darker sounding song, then the lyrics generally reflect that, and we try to complement the mood of the music. This time around, I think we really nailed that, but we didn't do it with using a lot of recording tricks and bells and whistles and stuff. We really did it by sussing out each part and really figuring out what the right parts for everything were. And that way you can, less is more. You don't have to use all these tricks that, everybody seems to want to use these days.
We did a lot of writing outside of the city this time. We actually went to Neil's cottage. We spent a lot of time there and just chilled and played acoustic guitar, and everybody brought their own ideas to the table, and I think that really helped, just to block out all outside distractions this time.
To be surrounded by nature all the time, wake up and have access to that kind of environment really, I think, brings out the best creativity that you're capable of doing, especially as a group, when you can really shut out everything else. When we sit down to write a song, we tend to do it acoustically because we have a belief that regardless of how heavy the song is going to end up, if it translates on just an acoustic guitar and a hand drum, then it's guaranteed to be a good song, whatever you add. If you can take everything away and it still works, then you must be doing something right.
Over and over,
This record has a bit different of a feel than the last one. We just wanted a record that just drives a little bit more in terms of just energy levels, but in maintaining the heavy edge. Also, I think that we went outside the box a little bit more. We went off on some tangents with a few songs that allowed us to sort of experiment, and that, that's something that is important to us. Always challenging ourselves.
I think it's been naturally sort of different. We just try different things. We try different instruments. We try different melodies. We try different. We always do that when we're writing songs. We try different things. Since we started this record, we're constantly working, and it's actually cool that this studio that we're in is set up for bands to constantly be working. A lot of studios are set up that you come in and you do guitars, everybody sits around and just listen. But what's cool about this place is that they've got it set up so Barry, is tracking guitars while I'm doing vocals up here. Just everything gets done at once, so it's really cool.
We're a band that loves to play live now. We've always been like that, but just I think after playing the kind of tours that we did, we just have a new appreciation for playing together and a new chemistry that we I think have built on the road over a few years. So we get back to the studio, we don't want to just get rid of all that vibe of us playing together. This time around we started together, so we were essentially jamming the songs together and recording the drums right there, which from my perspective as a drummer gave me a lot more just vibe, and I was able to play off the guys more and they were able to play off me more, and I think the end result is it just gives you a more natural, real and feeling, and you maintain that chemistry of the band. And I think you can really hear it when you listen to it back. It's an exciting time because we really took our time with making sure that the songs were together, and now just in the recording process, it's cool to see everything come into fruition and songs take on a new life that you didn't know existed before. And it's kind of the most exciting time because you kind of see what all these songs that you've been living with all year are really about once you add a little electricity,
Let's quiet down a bit, please, on set. Pictures up, here we go. Stand by, you guys ready? Play back!
Well, the concept for this video is, the song is about sort of having an evil side, and it's, a darker side that comes out of you and that you try to control. So that's basically what we did for this video. That's that's what the song's about. So the video is pretty much the same thing. It's me with an evil side that's fighting, I'm fighting myself and just doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
So many times I've tried.
Adam's doing a little acting in this video. He's basically haunted by an evil personality and an evil version of himself. I don't want to give too much of it away now, but I think Adam's gonna maybe look in a window and see himself, a little distorted, evil version of himself. Videos are fun for us. We're working with Dean Carr, who's one of our good buddies.
Dean's great. We've done the video home with Dean. We did all our still photography with Dean as well, so we love Dean. He's a great guy. He's really creative and has great ideas.
It never ends. It's going on all day. Actually, I'm done now. This is it for me. I'm just going to hang around and watch Adam work.
So what if you can see the darkest side of me? No one will ever change this animal I have become. Help me believe it's not the real me. Somebody help me tame this animal I have become.
Animal I've Become is sort of basically, it kind of wraps up my life over the last couple of years, just with a lot of stuff going on. I felt like there was so much happening. I felt like I had this other side that, I couldn't really control or keep under wraps kind of thing. So lyrically, it's sort of, it relates to me for sure.